What is up, guys? This is your boy and the Matrix and Bastard, the good old heavy metal anime Bastard. Man, I gotta say, I mean, I'm still wondering. Netflix actually greenlit this anime. You know, Netflix actually greenlit this anime in a world of SJWs, in a world of cancel culture, in a world where things of this nature usually get either really censored, not allowed, or casted away. Netflix actually had the balls to greenlit this anime, so I gotta congratulate them. I actually gotta congratulate them.
It's actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Because, like, usually they're very cowardly towards other content, but when it comes to anime, they actually, greenlit this stuff. You gotta keep those numbers up. Gotta keep those numbers up, Netflix. So, they gotta allow this type of anime. Oh man, but that being said, I'm really glad that they greenlit this anime because Bastard is a 1990s classic. Okay, it's a manga and 1990s classic. There was a Bastard anime back in the 90s, and they decided to bring it back. And yes, it is a dark fantasy heavy metal. And by heavy metal, really, it's just a vibe, right? It's just the vibe of the anime. It gives off that heavy metal vibe. If you're into the genre, if you ever picked up an electric guitar, if you ever listened to Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, anything of that nature, you will know what I'm talking about, right? So let's go ahead and get into it with Bastard. But before we get started, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So if you're into any of that, make sure to subscribe. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about Bastard is the 1990s art style, okay? The 1990s art style, they really kept it, that hair, I guess it almost looks like a mullet. They kept that art style because it was actually really popular to draw anime characters like that back then. I mean, I look at the eyes of Schneider. And those types of small, narrow anime eyes, they have changed over the years, and new styles have arisen, such as Naruto. Masashi Kishimoto's Naruto, the art style, even with the eyes, is slightly different. So it really brings me back to that era, when I used to wake up, Saturday mornings and watch, these old animes on Cartoon Network, right? So I'm really glad that they kept the art style. And also another thing is that I really like how they draw girls back then. How they used to draw women back in the 80s and 90s in anime. It was actually very appealing, right? But for some reason, a lot of artists just kind of stopped and they developed their own art style. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's good to see that it was brought back. Now, everything in this anime is named after a heavy metal band. For example, the main kingdom in this anime is called Metallica, and you already know what that's related to. It's related to Metallica, the almighty metal band of the 80s, right? Metallica is the #1 metal band, or at least I think so. Till this day, they're a legendary metal band. So, Schneider, he has a spell called Megadeth. He has a spell called Venom, which Venom is actually a metal band from back then, right? And yeah, a lot of the spells are named after just metal bands. And there was a spell that involved Dave Mustaine. They were kind of chanting, and then they mentioned Dave Mustaine's name somewhere. I gotta go back and and look at it, but everything has a heavy metal name. The spells have a heavy metal name. Everything is metal, right? If you know anything about metal bands from the 1980s, Metallica, Megadeth were really popular. Pantera was really popular. And yeah, this anime just has an overall heavy metal vibe. Sex, drugs, and alcohol. And did I say alcohol? No, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. What the hell am I thinking? Right? And that's basically what Schneider stands for. Because Schneider is a horny bastard. I mean, this guy walks around with a boner. You know, Dark Schneider will F your girlfriend. That's not an exaggeration. I mean, seriously, this guy will F your girlfriend if he has a chance. You know, this is, I don't want to say that this is a harem anime because it does have a storyline, right? But it's like Dark Schneider, he's a player. He's a horn dog. You know, he's always touching the girls, grabbing them, and they always fall in love with him. I mean, and how can they not? He's a tall motherfucker. He's a wizard. You know, he's a metalhead. It's a handsome dude. And Dark Schneider is really the bad guy that we all wish we could be. Yeah, man. So, and you could say that this anime is kind of ecchi. There's a lot of, like, you know, zoom in shots of, like, zooming into a girl's butt, zooming into a girl's boobs. I don't want to say that they censored it, but, you know, there's times where, like, they, you know, I think back then a lot of anime, they would not show the nipples. I don't know why they did that. They would not show the nipples as part of Japan's censorship, right? But they did, you know, there was a lot of suggestive things, like when Dark Schneider was sucking the poison out of a girl. If you look at this picture, it actually looks like he's eating her out. So there's a lot of things in this anime that are just very suggestive sexually. Okay, sexually. And that's kind of what makes it fun. And also, Dark Schneider is an overall, it's just a dumb fun anime. It's a, you know, it's kind of like one of those dudes that you want to hang out with. You know, just rock out, hang out with. He's the type of guy that always has girls all around him, right? So I advise you, again, I'm telling you guys, do not leave your girlfriend hanging around with Dark Schneider because he will bang her. But overall, guys, this anime was really cool. Now, I will say that the battles were kind of repetitive. Like, I did not enjoy the battles that much because they were a little predictable with the magic system and all that. So this anime, Andy Matrix gives this anime an 8 out of 10. That is right, an 8 out of 10. But whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below, like this video, and subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe for more anime, manga, video games, geek culture, Japanese culture. And thank you guys for watching this review. This is your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.